Section 2 of Library of the World's Best Literature, Ancient and Modern, Volume 1. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Martin Geeson. Library of the World's Best Literature, Ancient and Modern, Volume 1. Section 2. Selected Works by Abilard, translated by Samuel W. Duffield. Eloise to Abilard. A letter of yours sent to a friend best beloved, to console him in affliction, was lately almost by a chance put into my hands. Seeing the superscription, guess how eagerly I seized it. I had lost the reality. I hoped to draw some comfort from this faint image of you. But alas, for I well remember every line was written with gall and wormwood. How you retold our sorrowful history, and dwelt on your incessant afflictions! Well did you fulfil that promise to your friend, that in comparison with your own, his misfortunes should seem but as trifles. You recalled the persecutions of your masters, the cruelty of my uncle, and the fierce hostility of your fellow pupils, Albericus of Reims and Lotulphus of Lombardy. How through their plottings that glorious book, your theology, was burned, and you confined and disgraced. You went on to the machinations of the abbot of Saint Denis, and of your false brethren of the convent, and the calumnies of those wretches Norbert and Bernard, who envy and hate you. It was even, you say, imputed to you as an offence to have given the name of Paraclete, contrary to the common practice, to the oratory you had founded. The persecutions of that cruel tyrant of Saint Gildas, and of those execrable monks out of greed only, whom notwithstanding you call your children, which still harass you, close the miserable history. Nobody could read or hear these things and not be moved to tears. What then must they mean to me? We all despair of your life, and our trembling hearts dread to hear the tidings of your murder. For Christ's sake, who has thus far protected you, write to us, as to his handmaids and yours, every circumstance of your present dangers. I and my sisters alone remain of all who were your friends. Let us be sharers of your joys and sorrows. Sympathy brings some relief, and a load laid on many shoulders is lighter. And write the more surely if your letters may be messengers of joy. Whatever message they bring, at least they will show that you remember us. You can write to comfort your friend. While you soothe his wounds, you inflame mine. Heal, I pray you, those you yourself have made, you who bustle about to cure those for which you are not responsible. You cultivate a vineyard you did not plant, which grows nothing. Give heed to what you owe your own. You who spend so much on the obstinate, consider what you owe the obedient. You who lavish pains on your enemies, reflect on what you owe your daughters. And counting nothing else, think how you are bound to me. What you owe to all devoted women, pay to her who is most devoted. You know better than I how many treatises the holy fathers of the Church have written for our instruction, how they have laboured to inform, to advise, and to console us. Is my ignorance to suggest knowledge to the learned Abélard? Long ago, indeed, your neglect astonished me. Neither religion, nor love of me, nor the example of the Holy Fathers moved you to try to fix my struggling soul. Never, even when long grief had worn me down, did you come to see me, or send me one line of comfort. Me, to whom you were bound by marriage, and who clasp you about with a measureless love. And for the sake of this love have I no right to even a thought of yours? You well know, dearest, how much I lost in losing you, and that the manner of it put me to double torture. You only can comfort me. By you I was wounded, and by you I must be healed. And it is only you on whom the debt rests. I have obeyed the last tittle of your commands, and if you bade me, I would sacrifice my soul. To please you, my love gave up the only thing in the universe it valued, the hope of your presence, and that forever. The instant I received your commands, I quitted the habit of the world, and denied all the wishes of my nature. I meant to give up, for your sake, whatever I had once a right to call my own. God knows it was always you, and you only, that I thought of. I looked for no dowry, no alliance of marriage. And if the name of wife is holier and more exalted, the name of friend always remained sweeter to me, or if you would not be angry, a meaner title, since the more I gave up, the less should I injure your present renown, and the more deserve your love. Nor had you yourself forgotten this in that letter which I recall. You are ready enough to set forth some of the reasons which I used to you, to persuade you not to fetter your freedom, but you pass over most of the pleas I made to withhold you from our ill-fated wedlock. I call God to witness that if Augustus, ruler of the world, should think me worthy the honour of marriage, and settle the whole globe on me to rule forever, it would seem dearer and prouder to me to be called your mistress than his empress. Not because a man is rich or powerful is he better. Riches and power may come from luck. Constancy is from virtue. I hold that woman base who weds a rich man rather than a poor one, and takes a husband for her own gain. Whoever marries with such a motive, why, she will follow his prosperity rather than the man, and be willing to sell herself to a richer suitor. That happiness which others imagine best beloved, I experienced. Other women might think their husbands perfect, and be happy in the idea, but I knew that you were so, and the universe knew the same. What philosopher, what king could rival your fame? What village, city, kingdom was not on fire to see you? When you appeared in public, who did not run to behold you? Wives and maidens alike recognized your beauty and grace. Queens envied Eloise her Abilard. 2 gifts you had to lead captive the proudest soul: your voice that made all your teaching a delight, and your singing which was like no other. Do you forget those tender songs you wrote for me, which all the world caught